Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss the topic reproduction in human beings. So in our last video we have discussed the reproduction in case of plants, and in case of plants both the sexual and the asexual reproduction takes place, but in higher plants, in the angiosperms, mostly the sexual reproduction takes place. Now the reproduction in case of human beings. So we all are including in the human beings, and in the human being sexual reproduction takes place. So what is the definition of sexual reproduction in case of human being? Sexual reproduction involve the formation of the gametes, formation of the male and the female gamete, then there is the fusion of these male and female gamete and the formation of the zygote. After the zygote, embryo is formed, then the fetus, and then the baby animal. So the sexual reproduction, it is the process in which there is the requirement of the two parent, and these parent, father and the mother. So father, that is the male sex, and the mother, that is the female sex, and these both the parent produce the gametes, and these gametes are produced in their reproductive organs, and these gametes, these are the germ cells by the process of meiosis. So gametes are produced by these organisms in their reproductive organs, and then there is the fusion of these gametes, and finally formation of the baby animal. So that is the sexual reproduction. Now what is the importance of sexual reproduction? Because the sexual reproduction, it is the biparental, means there is the involvement of the two parent. So the genes are coming from the two parent, means from the father and from the mother. So there is the chance of the variation. Variation means the degree of difference in the individual. सपोज़ जैसे हम बात करें कि हम थोड़े से जो मैच करते हैं अपने फादर से, थोड़े से मैच करते हैं अपनी मदर से, बट हम उनसे भी थोड़े से अलग हैं. सो दैट इज़ नोन एज द वेरिएशन, एंड दिस वेरिएशन इज़ हेल्पफुल टू सर्वाइव इन द changing environment. And if the organism, it can survive in the changing environment, then there is the chance of the evolution, chance of the formation of the new species. So new species are also formed by the sexual reproduction. So these are the importance, the variation, the organism can adapt according to the environment. There is also the origin of the new species, and it help in evolution. Now the question arises, why the amount of the DNA not doubled during sexual reproduction? I told you that there is the DNA copying takes place. DNA copying means the copy of the DNA. जब भी कोई सेल डिवाइड करना शुरू करेगी तो पहले उसको अपनी DNA को डबल करना पड़ेगा ताकि दोनों सेल्स के पास इक्वल DNA आए. बट सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में जो DNA है वो डबल तो हो जाता है, लेकिन वो आगे डबल नहीं रहेगा, वो हाफ हाफ होगा, क्योंकि आगे दोनों गैमीट्स को कंबाइन करना है. सो why the amount of the DNA not doubled during sexual reproduction? So DNA copying takes place, but in the gamete, by the process of meiosis, the DNA that become half, like we can take the example in case of human being, there are the 46 chromosomes. So in case of sperm, the chromosomes are 23, and in case of egg also the chromosomes are 23. अगर ऐसा ना हो तो हर एक जनरेशन में क्या होगा, क्रोमोसोम नंबर जो है वो इंक्रीज होते जाएंगे, तो क्रोमोसोम नंबर फिक्स नहीं होंगे. सो इन केस ऑफ सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन there is not the doubling of the DNA become half, and when it combine then it become 46. So 23 chromosome in the sperm, 23 in the egg, and the 46 that in the zygote. Okay. So now the question arises, in which age or at which time of the human being the sexual reproduction can takes place. Okay. So there are the some term like the puberty and the adolescence stage. Now let us understand about them. Now the sexual reproduction that start in which age in case of the human beings. So from where this sexual reproduction start, that age or that particular stage, that is known as the puberty. And this puberty that is started earlier in case of the girls as compared to the boys. So in girls it start from the age 10 to 12 years and in boys 13 to 14 years. So when a child is small, we can't identify either it is a boy or a girl, because there is the similarity in the body structure and the body shape, but after the some age we can identify both the boy and the girl. So how we can identify the boy and the girl? With the help of some characters, and those characters are known as the secondary sexual characters. So at the time of the puberty, the reproductive organ start functioning in case of boys as well as in case of girls. So the reproductive organ in case of the boys, that is the testes, and in case of the girl, that is the ovaries. So both the testes and the ovaries produce the sex hormone, and these hormone then do the further development, like the male sex hormone testosterone and the female sex hormone estrogen. So both the hormone, they develop the secondary sexual characters in case of male as well as in case of females, and also their testes and ovaries start functioning, they are producing the gamete also. So we can say at that stage, at the stage of the puberty, a boy or a girl is able to reproduce, or you can say is able to give birth a child. So the stage from the childhood to adulthood where the human being that is able to reproduce is known as the adolescence stage. And there are the some secondary sexual characters on the basis of which we can find out or we can identify the male and the female, and these secondary sexual characters are different in case of males and females. So let us discuss some secondary sexual characters. So firstly, the secondary sexual characters in case of males. So in case of males, the hair grow under the armpits, the pubic hairs means the hairs around the genital area, under the armpits, in the chest region, on the face, the beard and the moistures, and the body become more muscular because there is the development of the muscles, the cracking or the deepening of the voice due to the development of the voice box or the larynx, and there is the broadening of the chest and the shoulders, and the penis and the testes, these become larger. So all these changes are known as the secondary sexual characters in case of boys, and these secondary sexual characters are due to the hormone known as testosterone. What is the name of the hormone? Testosterone, that is the male sex hormone, and it is secreted by the testes. And due to this hormone, these secondary sexual characters that takes place and under the influence of this hormone, and it also help in the process of formation of gamete, means in the process of formation of sperm. Now the secondary sexual characters in case of females. So in case of females, the secondary sexual characters are the hair grow under the armpits and in the pubic region, and there is the development of the mammary glands that produce the milk. So that is essential to feed the young one. So at this time the mammary glands that are also developed, the hip region that become broaden, and there is the deposition of the extra fat on the hip region, and development of the ovaries, because the ovaries they are starting to release the egg every month, and there is the menstruation start. Menstruation means the menstrual cycle or the period that start in case of the female, means when the egg is formed by the ovary. At the same time the uterus also prepare itself for the implantation, means if fertilization takes place, then the embryo implanted in the uterus. That is the diagram of the female reproductive system. We will discuss it in detail also. So like this. So that is, these are the ovary, that is the fallopian tube, and here in the uterus there is the maintaining of the endometrium lining. So if fertilization takes place, then that embryo that is implanted in the uterus, and so for that there is the means endometrium lining is maintained. But if fertilization not takes place, then this endometrium lining that come out from the body of the female, and that is known as the menstrual cycle. So these are the some secondary sexual characters in case of female, and that is due to the hormone estrogen, female sex hormone. So it is helpful to develop the secondary sexual characters and also help in the menstruation cycle. After that there are the some other requirement also for the sexual reproduction, means there is the requirement of the gamete, and in what are the gametes. After that the fertilization, after fertilization the implantation is there. So to understand the sexual reproduction in case of the human being, you have to understand the some basic terms. And what are these basic terms? First, that is the male sex. Second, female sex, the gametes, fertilization. So what is the male sex? Male sex means in case of the human being, the father or the parent, in case of the human being, the father that is the male and the mother that is the female. So the father that is the male sex and the mother that is the female sex. Sex means the gender of a person. So both the male and the female, they produce the special types of cell, and these cells are known as the germ cell. So in the very starting of this chapter I told you that in our body there are the millions of cells, but they are of two type on the basis of the means their role play. So first, that is the somatic cell, and second, that is the germ cell. So the somatic cell, these cells are present in the non-reproductive tissue of our body, and the germ cells, these are present in our reproductive organs like the testes in case of males and the ovaries in case of females. These cells help in the growth of the body, and these germ cells, these help in reproduction. So both the male and the female sex, they produce the gamete and the gamete in case of male, that is the sperm, in case of female, that is the ova or the egg. Both the sperm and the egg carry the half number of chromosome, means the 23 in case of sperm and 23 in case of egg. Sperm is motile, it can move, but the egg, it can't move, it is non-motile. So in the fallopian tube of the female, there is the fusion of the male and the female gamete, and that term is known as fertilization. So in different animals, this fertilization is of different type. If it takes place outside the body, then it is known as external fertilization, and if it takes place inside the body that it is internal fertilization. So we can take the example of the frog. So in the frog, the fertilization that takes place outside the body, and in bryophytes, in plants also. But in case of the human being, fertilization that takes place inside the body in the fallopian tube. So the fusion of the male and the female gamete, that is known as fertilization. So after fertilization, the zygote is formed by the fusion of the male and the female gamete, and this zygote have how many chromosome number? 46, because 23 from the sperm and 23 from the egg. After that, in this zygote, there is the cell division takes place, and it divided into a structure. That structure is known as embryo. So after the formation of the embryo, then there is the implantation, means in this embryo form, the embryo is implanted in the uterus, and after the embryo, the fetus is formed. When the body parts can be seen in the embryo, then it is known as the fetus, and when it is fully mature, then we can say a baby before birth, and at the time of the birth, a newborn baby is there. So these are the some terms that is essential to understand the reproduction in case of human being. So in case of human being, the sexual reproduction takes place. And what are the importance of sexual reproduction? Because in sexual reproduction, the genes, the chromosomes, that is coming from the two parent, so there is the chance of the survival of the species, because variation takes place in sexual reproduction, because coming from the two parent, and the evolution also takes place by the sexual reproduction and the formation of the new species. So these are the advantages of sexual reproduction. And in sexual reproduction, the chromosome number remain same in the every generation, because at the time of the gamete formation, these chromosome number become half, and when both the gametes combine, then again the chromosome number remain same, the 46 chromosome number. So after that, means a stage is there in case of the human beings, at which time the reproductive organs become functional or they started growing. So that is known as the puberty stage. It is different in case of boy and in case of girl. It started earlier in case of girl as compared to boys. So a stage is there from the childhood to the adulthood. In between a stage is there, adolescent stage. At this stage means the human being that is able to reproduce, and this is due to the under the influence of the hormones, and these hormones are different in case of males and in case of females. In case of male, the testosterone hormone, in case of female, the estrogen hormone. So both the ovary and the testes become functional at this time, or means the human being that is able to reproduce. And then there are the some characters, because initially at the initial stage of the growth of the child, we can't identify either it is a boy or a girl. There are the some characters, and those characters are known as the secondary sexual characters, and these are different in case of males and in case of females. After that, there are the some terms that you have to understand, and these are the like the male sex, the female sex, then the gametes, after that the fertilization, then zygote, embryo, fetus, the sperm, the ova. So these terms you have to understand. And also the cell, the two types of cells are there, the somatic cell and the germ cell. So we can say a gamete or a sperm or an egg, it may be the germ cell. So it is the germ cell because it helps in the reproduction. And this fertilization can take place by the two method, external outside the body and the internal inside the body. So that is the basic lecture to understand the reproduction in the human being. In our next video, we will discuss the male reproductive system and also the female reproductive system. Thank you.